Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm here in Elder Scrolls Online, and it's time to continue Fluffy's journey. So, Fluffy No Pants here is my character that I'm playing to enjoy all the story in Elder Scrolls Online. It's a bit ambitious. There's a lot of story in this game, and you know what? I've always wanted to be able to see it all. So, this is the character that will go through all the stories for every faction, every side quest, everywhere. And this is the path that she is following, courtesy of ZeniMax, showing how we start with our base game and then move out to story DLCs and chapters and more DLCs and so forth and so on until we get up to our current chapter, Blackwood. So, since this is a new character, she is still in her starting zone. However, with a twist. This character is part of the Daggerfall Covenant rather than the Aldemary Dominion. I thought it'd be interesting to start a Khajiit out at a different place. Here we go. So, we are here at Saintsport, and we were seeing about rescuing the crew of Crafty Larissa. Oh, and as you can see in the upper left-hand corner, we have our experience scroll on. One of the features that I really like about Elder Scrolls Online is that when your character applies a consumable crown store item like an experience scroll, the timer stops when you log out. I can mention some other titles, but I'll be nice and not mention their names, where if you get an XP boost, it continues to increment whether you're playing or not. So if you get called away suddenly, something happens. It's like, Jimmy, it's time for dinner. It's like, but Mama Blaine. It's like, Timmy, can't you pause that? And I'm like, no, I can't pause it, Mom. So uh, ESO allows for things like that. So you can step away, come back, and you still get the benefit of the XP scroll. Makes them more valuable. Whoops. The bad neighborhood. Well, you got a problem? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Get back, you fetcher!
Okay, so let's see. We're here to rescue the first mate. Oh, they dropped dead. Whoops. Oh, hello. Somebody objects.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Indeed, indeed. All right, let's save Daragor. Apparently they have him locked up in the bow. Addicted to Capping is here in Twitch chat and says, "Good evening, Joe. It's been a while. How have you been?" Well, needed to take a break. Real life keeps happening. It seems to happen to me a lot. Um, Plus, my internet service provider has been reminding me how much they don't love me by making my connection reset a dozen times per day. It's not very conducive to streaming, unfortunately. But it looks like, at least for now, the connection is holding up, and it's the end of a very long and tiresome week, and I really needed a nice relaxation. So ESO is just the thing I was looking for.
Who in oblivion are you?
Well, actually, Larissa sent me to rescue you. Although, I don't know, if it were up to me, the price of rescue would be a black eye for speaking to me that way.
Yeah? Ha! I knew she got away! Helene said she was being keel-hauled and beaten, but I knew better. They don't call my captain crafty for nothing. Get me out of these ropes and let's get out of here.
Hold still.
Captain Larissa never leaves anyone behind. Make sure she's safe.
All right, so she mentioned that she was going to go visit the ship captain here. Oh!
Wait. You're not my... What have you... Did you poison me?
My Captain, are you feeling okay?
I'll gut you like a stuck pig. Cut your eyes out. Roast you.
Like you did my crew? No, that won't happen again. Oh, she fell down. My, that felt good.
What did you do to her?
Me? Did I do that? Her starving little cabin girl may have poisoned her drink. Who can say? Did Daragor get out?
Yes, he's free.
I'll just be going then. I told my crew to gather on the beach. Going to make sure they all made it out. Meet me there and we'll square up.
What kind of poison did you use on Helene?
Oh, it's yarn root. A very nasty local poison. It won't kill her. Not right away. It starts by dissolving the stomach lining, then goes from there.
You're just going to leave Helene to die?
I'd love to stay and watch, but no time. You can stay if you like. It's actually her poison, kept for slaves who disobey. There's an antidote on the dresser if your heart bleeds enough.
And what would you do if I gave Helene the antidote?
I'd feel mildly disappointed, but I leave it up to you. Meet me on the beach once you're done here and we'll settle up. Just watch your boots. She'll start...
I should kill her myself. No witnesses.
I didn't know you were interested in that genre. I'll have to remember that.
If we were playing Star Wars The Old Republic, Fluffy would basically be a dark side character. Every opportunity to murder someone, she's going to take it. Oh, Addicted to Capping says, I'm thinking about signing up for Starlink when it comes to my area. I have been seriously thinking about Starlink myself. Starlink offers, for anyone who's not familiar with it, Starlink is a space-based internet service that uses satellites, and so you buy a dish for $500 and hook it up, and presto, and then there's a monthly service fee, I believe, of $100 per month, and they say that you have unlimited bandwidth, up to 1 gigabit up and down. However, here's the catch. You know, it's in beta, so that could just be an introductory offer, and then they slow you down later. I really want to give Starlink a try because my ISP is so terrible that I'd just about be willing to spend that. But I'm worried that it will start out as a great ISP and end up a terrible one. And then I'll be stuck with a expensive dish. So I've been looking at reviews, and so far a lot of people are very, very happy with it. So, I don't know. I may end up joining Starlink myself.
They're coming for us.
Oh, I guess we got too far. Alright, so we just need to meet Crafty Larissa up here. Oh, come on, Mount. It's going to take a while before she gets up to speed.
I never used to fight this much, until I met you. My crew's safe, and only a little bit tortured. I call that a win.
Only a little bit. Well, Captain Helene is dead.
Many a captain who sails these waters will be glad of that news. Now, let's talk favors. I owe you a big one.
Well, how about you helped Captain Colleen and I pull off a heist?
She's a bit too obsessed with old Faharajad for me, but I like her style. Seeing as I need a new ship, gold will come in handy. I'm in. Can't let what you did for us go unrewarded. See you back in town.
All right. Okay, so we have one more item to pick up, and that is the dwarven part. So in our previous episode, we came across
Off we
an
go.
interesting flyer that promised gold for anyone who came up with any interesting Dwemer devices, or even parts of devices, even if they weren't entirely serviceable, as long as they were something interesting. Wonder what happened to this guy. This man was killed by wild beasts. Okay, look, I'm trying to talk to the dwarven part. I don't want to talk to the dead body again. Okay, looks like we found all the parts.
Yes? Do you have something for me?
I found something you might be interested in.
Just what my sphere needs. Just give me a minute, then throw that switch over there.
Okay, I'll wait.
Ah, good. I believe this will work. One never knows what's going to happen when working on Dwemer devices.
Oh, not time to throw the switch yet. He sure does take his time.
Now throw the lever, and we will see what happens.
Okay, here we go. Looks like he made a new friend.
Oh, research never goes as one expects.
Was that good?
I'm amazed it worked at all. But thanks to you, I've made remarkable strides today. Narama will be thrilled. Please take this for your good work.
Set likes a quick study.
All
I
right.
must say that my research does not often produce such spectacular results. Most gratifying.
So she's leveled up once more. Oh, and we get the... I'm going to go ahead and pick the Tailor's Advanced Crafting Box. We get various different crafting materials and goodies. And since this character is Magicka focused, we're just going to put that point in Magicka. Let's see if we have any new abilities that are available. Yeah, I like the Glacial Colossus. Final Smash stuns all enemies. Okay, so I picked up a few passive abilities. And here, let's see. Now that we have all of our
Tired of sitting here
crewmates
alone.
found.
Good to see you back in one
You should
piece.
head to Saintsport.
Hey, the captain's looking for you.
Oh, what's going on?
Thanks to your work, we can go ahead with the heist. We've even got a few extra sailors clamoring to join our crew. You should talk to the captain upstairs.
Okay, I'll go speak to her.
You're back. Found anyone else to help us with the heist?
Ah, we're moving along.
Ha! I knew you'd get it done. Who needs the old crew, those traitors, when we've got you helping us?
We've got a crew to rival the legends. Time to make some money. Don't you agree?
I agree. What now?
Now we're ready for the real challenge, the heist. The target's Bosek. That slimy bastard's finally going to get what's coming to him. We're going to steal his sailing logs.
His sailing logs, really?
His sailing logs are the key to our fortune, friend. They're the records of every ship that's docked here, every stolen cargo they've unloaded, and every illicit payment made to Bosek.
Okay, how does that make us rich?
Those records are worth a fortune to King Baharajad. They're written proof that Bosek has violated the king's order to stop raiding Breton shipping. With those papers in hand, the king can threaten to destroy Bosek if he doesn't stop.
The king's agreed to pay you for them?
Absolutely. His envoy is on the dock now, waiting. As soon as we turn over the sailing logs, he gives us a fortune in gold. The trick will be getting into Bosek's palace, stealing the logs, and getting out with them. That's your job.
Wait a minute, how do I do it?
First, you need a servant's disguise to get into the palace. The papers are in a lockbox on the top floor. Bosek has the only key. Slip this powder into his drink, then grab the key.
And then?
The lockbox is always guarded. The guard's not bright, but he'll raise the alarm if anyone tries to open the box. Deal with him quietly. No stabbing.
Oh.
Lambour and I will have the ship ready to sail when you return with the papers.
But I want to stab people. Okay, I'll be back soon.
Oh, yes. Hello. This is fascinating. Did you know the Dwemer had devices to rapidly mince fruit?
Well, very interesting, but Naramo, can you help me get into Bosek's lockbox?
I can offer help with the guard, perhaps. You wish to deal with him quietly, correct?
What's your idea?
I removed this device from Clanker. When pressed, it produces quite the incapacitating shock. If you would test it for me, preferably on a living subject, I would be grateful.
Okay, well, I'll take it. Thanks, Naramo.
Let me know if there are any lingering effects. Twitching, mainly. I'm quite curious about the twitching.
It sounds like you just gave me a taser.
Quite the motley crew, aren't we?
What do you think of Captain Colleen's plan?
She's right. You need a disguise to get anywhere near Bosek. Fortunately, you have me. Just say the word and I can have servant clothes waiting for you at the palace.
Oh, thanks, Larissa. I'd love your help.
My pleasure. Meet me outside the palace. I'll pick out something special for you.
Well, normally Fluffy doesn't really wear clothes, but I guess I can make an exception in this case. All right, Jakaran. What's on your mind?
It's a wonderful day for a sailing trip, isn't it, friend? Especially if it gets me off this rock before Bosek chops off my head.
Jakaran, can you help me get to Bosek's lockbox?
Bosek keeps the key around his neck, cinched steel. I'll get the key off Bosek. Meet me out back.
All right, sounds great, Jakaran.
Get your disguise and meet me out back. Leave Bosek to me.
All right. Since we rescued all of these people, it gives us all these options as to how we complete the heist.
Yet at least we would earn coin.
it would have been a little harder without their help.
Peace, Miloro. No call for such talk. I remain and will pray for patience.
Okay, let's see if we can pick up a servant's disguise. So if Crafty Larissa is going to find one for us, it should be as easy as just picking it up and putting it on, instead of having to mug somebody for it.
How about a coin or two?
Oh, whoops, I guess she's up here.
Well, look who's come to pay a visit.
Did you find a disguise for me?
Oh yes, try these on. I'm sure they'll fit you just right. In the meantime, I'll just continue my sweep of the palace.
Alright, well, it's probably not good if anyone sees me changing. So, just in case. Oh, hello. What is this fellow doing? You know, I would like a little privacy, so...
Pure evil. It doesn't just take lives, it takes souls.
Oh, good grief, Miri. I guess we're going to have an issue here. I'm going to have to probably, you know what? Let's go ahead and just dismiss her. I just enjoy stabbing people too much, and I'm not going to listen to her cry about it.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done here.
Okay, so servant's robes. Okay, I am in disguise.
You look a proper servant now. Hurry up with those records. I'll be right here sweeping away.
Ah, there we go. That's why I always like to read books. You never know what you might learn.
Onsi's bones, what is it now?
Have you seen Headman Bosek?
Shouted at you too, did he? He just went out back to carouse with the latest slatterns from the mainland. Best hurry up and refill his drink. You don't want him running out of drink.
You know, maybe I'd like to get a little souvenir while I'm here. Problem is, I can't do that with you looking. Oh, but you know what? I can reach past her. Yoink.
Ah, my lowly servant. You're just in time.
What happened to Bosek?
My dear friend, Headman Bosek, is sleeping off the attentions of these two lovely ladies. They are quite a handful, and an eyeful, too. Why don't you take the good headman's key inside for safekeeping?
I'll do that. Excellent, excellent. Well, that made things a lot easier with Jakaran's help. Now, to see about getting what's in the box. Well, I guess that little Dwemer device did the trick.
Begone, servant. Do your work and stop bothering me.
I couldn't resist.
By the eight! The sheer brutality!
Yes, I know. I should be sneaky, but it's my nature.
You cold?
Okay, let's see. Where are we headed to now? Oh, to the docks.
I was tired of walking anyway.
I guess we're all done here.
What do you say we try some of the local fare? I'm famished.
Well, you're just gonna have to stay hungry, Miri. Actually, wait a minute. Did I dismiss you? I have this add-on that resummons her if she has been gone for a period of time, so I'm guessing the add-on brought her back. Okay, well, hopefully they don't mind that I have a bit of a bounty, committed a few murders, just couldn't help it.
My friend, welcome back. Do you have some good news?
Here's the shipping logs, Captain.
Here you are, Tharwab. The shipping logs that show Bosek's defiance of the King's decrees. Come on, it's time to go.
Ah, here's Naramo and his little
On
friend
your
Clanker.
feet, man your stations. Prepare to sail.
Now, guess I don't need this silly disguise anymore. There we go.
Finally, home to Betnik. I've missed my clan.
Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get to know the crew.
If there's one thing Master Kassan taught me, it's that knowing your ship and crew keeps you alive. Seems like you'd make a fine captain someday, but you'll have to find your own ship.
Someday. All right, so we have an opportunity to speak to the crew.
What do you want?
Well, you're sailing with us?
Of course. I'll pull my weight, unlike Jakarn. He's not getting near another woman until I'm too old to stop him. And we Altburn live a very long time.
In a previous episode, she was very smitten with Jakarn until she realized his womanizing ways, and now she's very upset about it. And so now he basically has a unpleasant shadow, probably until the end of his life. Well, at least that's the way it sounds. Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn.
Captain Colleen took her time getting off this damned island. Doesn't surprise me. Orc problems aren't her problems. But we'd be stuck here if not for your help. I won't forget that.
Ah, well, thank you.
The spearhead's no maiden's breath, but at least she doesn't have a giant hole in her side. I'd be happy if we never saw land again.
I guess I don't get to talk to the monkey.
When active, Duema spiders have an extraordinary capacity for learning. Now I have to stop Andrillium from teaching Clanker to bring him drinks.
Wonderful. Now I've been ordered to follow Naramo on another fool's errand. At least the drinks are free.
I love the fact that they have recorded dialogue for all of these characters. It's all strictly optional. You could simply skip all of this and say, no, Captain, let's go ahead and pull out a port. But I was curious to hear what everybody said. Oh, Addicted to Capping says, oh, Joe, I made my own Discord server. I sent you an invite. Oh, great. I look forward to it. I'll be sure and accept.
I'm looking forward to seeing Jakarn in action. I hear he's an incredible sailor. Lots of stamina.
Okay, well, what made you decide to join us?
Following Jakarn, of course. Why else would I be along? I'm looking forward to working alongside him, sweating shirtless in the hot sun. You wouldn't understand.
I think I understand.
To be on the seas once again. This is paradise. Headman Bosek is a cruel master. If Colleen will have me, I will join the Spearhead's crew.
Wherever Captain Larissa goes, I go. Even on this tub. Can't wait until we get our own ship again.
Oh, well, at least his attitude seems to have improved.
Blade's Edge. We're setting sail with the famous Jakarn. Alethian and I have a bet on who's gonna bet him first.
All right, well, that's nice to know. It's all yours.
I can't wait to see Jakarn's battle scars. I'm sure he's got them everywhere.
Oh, guess we can't talk to them. Unless I can figure out a way up there. Oh, maybe I found a way.
The Spearhead's a good ship, but she's no maiden's breath. At least she'll get us away from Stros M'Kai. Looking forward to getting to know Lambour better. I like an orc with a quick blade and a quicker tongue.
This should be an interesting voyage. Quite a crew Colleen has thrown together.
Who are you?
Vimy Lacroix. I'm a collector of sorts. One who travels to places others dare not go. I hoped to join Naramo's expedition to Bizarre. When I heard he had completed it and was sailing on, I just had to come along.
And what do you do exactly?
You're inquisitive. What I do well. You'll be glad to have me on this voyage if we encounter slavers. And I make a wicked sliced ale.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Again, sailors flock to the Spearhead. For this, Kazan is thankful.
And who are you?
Master Kazan is but a humble sailor, though others will tell you stories. Some whisper the name Kazan Fiveclaw, terror of the seas. Yet these are stories for children. We have better things to do with our time, yes?
What can you tell me about the captain?
Some call her the Dune Ripper's daughter, others the Forebear Witch. We, her loyal crew, call her Captain Colleen. She is a master sailor, though Kazan now wonders where her allegiance lies.
What do you mean?
There is a Forebear king and sentinel now, Faharajad. He has allied himself with the Bretons and Orcs in this Daggerfall covenant. Kazan fears his apprentice thinks much of Faharajad. Too much. A true sea rover has no such loyalties.
Captain Colleen is your apprentice?
Kassan told Kalin much. Though she is her own woman, strong and proud, Kassan is grateful to help her find her way. She is a worthy successor. All that was once Kassan's is now hers.
That's very interesting. Oh, I guess it's stealing. Sometimes you get lucky, and when you're invited to these areas, they'll have all kinds of goodies left out, and you can just basically take whatever you want. But I guess they would get a little unhappy if I took them here.
Can't hold a sword yet, but I can hold a book. Perhaps I should find a book that will teach me to fight with my left hand.
Oh, don't sneak up on me.
What do you do on the Maiden's Breath?
I was quartermaster. I made sure we had the supplies and equipment to do whatever Larissa wanted.
Do you miss it?
For now. But Captain Larissa's hoping to get her own ship again. We'll see how things go in Betnik.
You must clear your name with the guards first.
Oh, the chef won't speak to me because I have a slight bounty. I only murdered a few people, come on.
Really, how did they eat this stuff? I'm going to teach Fenlil a thing or two about cooking.
So, you're a cook?
One of the finest, my good friend. I used to own my very own tap cafe in Wayrest, before that thug Ugers closed me down. I hope to open another one, once I collect enough coin. Maybe in Daggerfall.
Just being back on a ship brings more memories. I'm looking forward to the voyage.
Ah, well, good to see you, Shazim. So it looks like everybody made it to the ship, and everybody is ready to go. Oh, one more person to talk to.
The crew of the Spearhead grows again. I did not think to see it so soon. The sun shines on us.
Where am I exactly?
You're on the Spearhead, Captain Kalin's ship.
And who are you?
I am one of Captain Kalin's few remaining loyal crew members. The rest, well, the less said of those bloody-minded mutineers, the better.
All right, so we had fun chatting with the crew. I think it's time to tell the captain we're ready to set sail.
Before we leave for Betnik, talk to the crew. Get familiar with them. It'll be a long trip.
I'm ready to leave right now. Let's sail.
Then we leave for Betnik, an orc island that hasn't yet joined the Covenant. I hope to change that. Lembor's happy to go home. She may try to thank you with ale. My advice? Make it to 6 mugs. You'll have a friend for life.
You know what? I might be able to do that. And away we go. So the ship sets sail from Stros M'Kai and arrives here on Betnik, which is another island.
When my crew turned traitor, I never thought I'd see Betnik again. Feels good.
What now?
Head into town and get a drink. This is home, and we'll be here for a while. Here's your cut of the take from the heist. Careful here. These orcs aren't yet part of the Covenant, but I'm working on that. Feel free to check out Stonetooth Fortress. Maybe you'll meet a nice orc.
Why should they join the Covenant?
They aren't fools, proud as the Seamount clan are. They can't deny the Covenant's strength in numbers, and they'll make a mountain of coin-selling weapons to our alliance.
Oh, you know what? Looking at the time, this is probably not a bad spot to end this video here. So in the next video, we'll begin our adventures here on Betnik Island. And you know what? There's a few interesting tidbits of the island that we'll be able to go over as we do. So join me next time here on Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming channel, where we'll have more fun in Elder Scrolls Online as we go through Fluffy's journey, questing through all the stories of Elder Scrolls Online. I think I got all of them on Stros M'Kai. Hopefully I did. And we'll see about getting all the quests here on Betnik before moving on to the mainland. See you next time.